April is Autism Awareness Month, a time to understand to increase understanding and acceptance of people with autism. And to help with that, 12 mothers of children on the autism spectrum are doing their part by sharing the unique challenges that they face. It's in a new book called It's Going to Be All Right, Testimonies from Awesome Women Raising Awesome People. Now, 8 of the 12 women co-authoring the book are actually from the Pittsburgh area, and we are happy to have 2 of them with us now in the studio. Welcome Christina Abernathy and Holly Teegarden, and thank you both for being here.
Hi, thank you so much for having us.
So Autism Awareness Month, obviously it's to educate people and to make people more aware of autism, and there's a lot of educating to do, isn't there?
Right.
Yeah, people don't always understand what autism is, right?
Right. And I think that's what autism awareness is for us. You know, it's every day, but especially during this month and this time, I'd like to take it as an opportunity for us as families to share our stories, to communicate our journey with autism, and as a family what that looks like. Every person and individual impacted by autism is different and unique in their own way. And so go out in the community, share our stories, go into the schools, help educate our children, and really just bring more awareness, but acceptance as well.
Acceptance, yeah. How did the book come to be? How was that created?
Yeah, so there is 12 of us. There was a visionary, April Green, and she had this idea of parents and moms telling their story. Christina and I were connected through another author, the lead editor, Kathy Hughes, and she asked us to be part of it. And so that's kind of how each of us got connected to the book. Yeah. Each mom got asked to be part of it.
To be part of it.
And now we're like this big tribe together.
That's so cool. Yeah. What do you think the biggest misconception about autism is? What is the thing that people don't understand?
Gosh, I think, you know, it's interesting. We recently spoke to somebody and they were telling us, they were asking us if we have normal kids. So other kids that aren't on the spectrum. For us, we just want people to know that, like, everybody is, and that's okay.
Yeah, everyone is unique and different in their own way.
Yeah. Well, share with us your personal stories. Tell us how this has affected you.
Sure. So I wanted to be a part of this. I thought it was super exciting to be doing this as a group, and I shared our story with our son about his journey with his communication, because he was nonverbal until about 5 years old, and we've gone from sign language to picture based things to help him communicate with us. He does still use a talker, where he has an app on an iPad that helps him communicate, and he now does have some verbal speech. So it's been a very long journey getting to where he's at, and his journey and our journey is still not over, but he has come such a far way, and we wanted to share that with other parents to know that you're not alone in this journey, and to never give up.
Yeah. Holly, is your story similar?
Actually, no, mine is about birthdays. So one of the things with kids on the spectrum is you find that they're isolated, both as parents and as kids. And so my story was about birthdays and my daughter not ever being invited to birthdays. And and that's a commonality with all of us. And just the overcoming when you do go to birthday parties and the kind of the spectrum, the sensory overload that they have.
Yeah. What advice would you give to other parents, particularly parents of another child that might be on the spectrum? What advice would you give to help them?
Read the book.
Read the book. Read the book. Really, because there's lots of advice in this book, right?
There's so much advice. I think it is to find a tribe, to know that you're not alone.
Well, that's what I wondered, because you talked about coming together to write this book and that you formed a tribe. That makes a difference, right? To know that you're not alone. Just to have a discussion group or something.
Yeah, and to share, you have something, this commonality, and it's just like you have this group of people that you can connect with on a different level, and it's just to have that connection and support it really makes a difference. And to also just say to never give up hope.
Yes.
They're constantly learning and growing, and I feel like as their parents and caregivers, we are learning and growing just as much as they are from them.
So true.
They're teaching us, so just never give up. Yeah.
We will end it on that. Yeah. Thank you both for what you're doing to help others.
Thank you so much.
Because you're making a difference.
Thank you.
All right. Well, again, the book is called It's Going to Be All Right, Testimonies from Awesome Women Raising Awesome People. And you can meet some of these awesome women at the book release party. That is April 27th at the Barnes & Noble at the Waterfront.